Hi everyone, my name is Ryan, and today I'm reviewing Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok. The film is directed by Taika Waititi and features an all-star cast led by Chris Hemsworth, Cate Blanchett, Tom Hiddleston, Mark Ruffalo, Tessa Thompson, Idris Elba, Karl and Jeff Goldblum. Thor Ragnarok picks up where Thor 2 The Dark World and Avengers 2 Age of Ultron ended. At the end of Thor 2 The Dark World, Thor doesn't want to be king of Asgard. He wants to be with his girlfriend, Jane Foster, on Earth. And we learn that Loki poses as Odin, leaving him in control of Asgard. At the end of Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, Hulk decides to fly away in the Quinjet, and Thor decides to leave Earth so he can find the Infinity Stones. It's somewhat important to know these important information so that you won't be confused in the film. So, in this film, Thor has to fight against Hela, the goddess of death, from taking over Asgard. After losing to her, Thor is captured and he has to participate in the Contest of Champions, which he has to fight against his fellow Avenger, the Incredible Hulk. That's basically the premise of the movie without giving anything away, and here is what I think of the film. When I first saw the teaser, I was really excited to see the film, especially seeing Thor fighting against Hela and Hulk. I thought it was going to be a somewhat serious and epic film. But when I started to see the movie clips and critic reviews, I wasn't sure what to think of the film. I was somewhat disappointed because I thought it was just a pure comedy movie with no stakes or consequences. I was completely wrong. I had a blast watching the movie. It is easily one of my favorite films of the year and easily one of the best superheroes movies of all time. It deserves every positive review out there. The film was just full of energy. On one hand, it was epic and it was on a large scale. You see Thor taking on Surtur, Hela, Hulk, three very strong beings in the universe. On the other hand, I just really appreciate the small moments, such as the character interactions with one another. I enjoyed seeing Thor interacting with Loki, Hulk, Bruce Banner, and even Doctor Strange. The film was just so refreshing, especially in the era of superhero movies. Thor Ragnarok is the first Iron Man movie in the Iron Man trilogy, or the Winter Soldier in the Captain America trilogy. In a sense that it's the best film in the franchise and it makes you fall in love with the character. In the previous films, Thor hasn't really shined as a character. That's because in the previous Thor films, the films decided to focus on the other characters such as Jane Foster, Darcy, or Selfie. In the Avengers films, they focused on Iron Man or Captain America, even though we see Hulk, Bruce Banner, Loki, and we are introduced to new characters such as Hela, Surtur, Valkyrie, Grandmaster, and Korg. By the way, they were all amazing. But essentially this film is about Thor. It seems like Kevin Feige, Taika Waititi, and the writers were like, we need to do something about Thor. Alright, let's see what's wrong and let's take the franchise in a new direction. For Thor, let's change his character, let's give him a new look and a new weapon. Also, we are not going to focus on the human characters on Earth. We are going to start over with Thor as a character, and that's what we see in the movie. After losing to Hela, he has to start from the bottom and fight to get to the top. And that's why you're rooting for Thor to succeed. To be clear, it's not really about Thor getting new powers or the action sequences, really about Thor's character. It shows why Thor is such a strong character even without his hammer or the ability to fly. It shows why Thor is smart and competent after losing to Hela and being stranded in a strange planet. He has to find a way to get back to Asgard and defeat Hela. In his journey, he has to deal with Loki being mischievous. He has to deal with Hulk, who doesn't want to help Thor and turn back to Banner. And we see Banner, who doesn't want to turn into the Hulk. With everything going on, we just see Thor's character and personality. By the end of the film, you just love Thor. And if you already love Thor, you would just love him even more. Even though this is a new revision in the Thor's franchise, it is a conclusion of Thor's arc from his first solo film. We first met him as an arrogant prince, but now he's finally the king of Asgard and he's ready to lead his people. With all being said, I hope you enjoyed this movie review, and I hope you watch Thor Ragnarok as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this movie review, please like this video, comment below, and subscribe for future movie reviews. Thank you and have a nice day.